Hi guys, and welcome to Adobe Animate tutorial of a calculator. And let me show you guys how this works. We can use the backspace, and supposing I say 85 multiplied by 9. No, I don't want it to be multiplied by 9. Get rid of that 9, enter 2. There we go. And we can use plus, minus, and let's add maybe 120 to that. There we have minus 50. Clear. Add whatever you want to add. There we go. Let's say times 7 there. So what I am going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into Adobe Animate, and we put one of these together. So let's exit out and start a new project entirely. Click on new, and let's click on create right here. Or if you want, you can also set the size you want, because the default size is 1200 plus. I'm going to make that about 520, and the height here I'm going to make it about 640. Let's just click on OK. Click on create. You're looking here. Before that, look at the platform. It's Actionscript 3.0. Okay, that is what I am using. Click on create. There we go. Now my development environment is ready. I'm going to right click on it and let's add grid so that I'm able to position every single component properly. And here, let's come down here and just reduce this to maybe about 80 so that you guys can see. There we go, 80 will do. So right here, you see where we have text, click on the text. I want it to be white, so first of all, let's change the background to white. Then click on text and just draw something like that we do. Yeah, I think that would do. And let's bring the right in here. Okay. Now I have 50 as the size. That's fine. Let's add border. Yeah, I think I do have a border. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'm going to add the value in there. So let's go back in here and just select the text tool and just type in 0. Make sure it's aligned to the right, and you see the color. I'm going to change the color to black. There we go. Now the next thing I want to do is, you see here, make sure it is dynamic. See the object, okay, property object, make sure you have dynamic. All right. And here underneath the dynamic text, you have to give that a name. I'm going to call it txt display. So that is the variable name for it. Now the next thing I want to do is, let's create a button. So click on this rectangle tool here, and I'm going to just draw something, a button there. So I'm going to make that about, let's say, 120 by 100. There we go. All right, I think I have, yeah, I do have a scroll around it. So let's delete that scroll. I don't want the scroll around it. Okay. Now, the next thing is I'm going to right click on it and let's convert it to a button. So make sure button is selected. I'm just going to call that B double T. I'm going to make that SB. That is going to be for my backspace. So that is fine. So make sure button is selected. Click on OK. There, I've just created a button. To see your button in the library, select the library. That is your button right there. Double click on it. Okay, and you see right here, that's where you start with the changes. So I'm going to select the text tool, but this time around, okay, make sure it is white. Okay, select the text tool. I'm just going to draw it there, something like that. But the thing is, I do want text in there. The text that I want is the backspace text, which you can always get in Word. And I got mine in Word. So I'm going to open up Word document. I've just clicked on my Word document. It's coming up now. Okay, here comes the Word document. And what I want is click on Insert right here. So we need the symbol, this very one. Click on symbol. And this is the symbol that I want. You will actually find that symbol in it is called winging. You should be able to see that in there. Wingings. If you scroll right down, there we go, wingings. There. And scroll right down. We need that right at the bottom. You should be able to see it. Yeah, that is it in there. Click on insert. The other one that I need is going to be the plus minus. Okay, so we have the plus minus. Suppose you guys can see what I'm up to here. Okay, let's increase that. You see that? So this is the backspace that I want. I'm going to copy that. Okay, just copy. Okay, minimize that and come right here inside this property here of the text box. Paste it right in there. And that is what you see, just an icon. Okay. So the next thing we need to do is we need to change the font type, because the font type of this triangle that you're looking at is winging. So drop this down, or you just type in wingings in here. There, that's it. Press enter. There we go, that's it. So we can now position this, bring it down, and I'm going to get it dead center. Okay, that is fine. Put this a little bit. All right, that is my winging there. The other thing is I want to get this centered. Okay, that's it right there. Click on center, and it is centered. All right, so next thing that we want to do now is go back to the library. Click on the library. That is it right there, and we might as well go back to this stage or the scene. That's it on the scene. But I want to copy this for the other buttons. So let's start with the next one. Right click, select duplicate. Do not copy. Select duplicate, and this one is going to be button CE. Okay, play entry. There we go. That's button CE. Drag button CE on board, but the problem is we have the backspace in there. So double click on button CE. We want to change the text content in there to uppercase CE, but that's what it's showing. Select it, go through the properties, and let's change the font type to Time New Roman. Press enter. That is a CE. Okay, so that's taken care of. If you go back to your scene, there we go. Now let's just position it here properly. Yeah, that will do. Now let's copy CE now. Since CE is changed, right click on CE, duplicate. And this one is just going to be known as C, button C. And you double click on button C, just click in here, delete the letter E. That's button C taken care of. Bring C. There we go. Now, we now need one more button that we have some component on the Word documents. This one is going to be the plus minus. So So in there, I'm just gonna change the name to bot PM plus minus. Double click on the plus minus. Now go back to your Word document. You need to copy the plus minus sign. The good news about the plus minus sign is you don't have to change the font type. Paste that in there. That's the plus minus sign right there. Go back to your system, bring your plus minus, dump it right there. That is good. Now we're going to have to take care of the numbers. Okay, now you can click on CE or the C, duplicate. So that's going to be number 7. There, double click on button 7, changes to 7. There we go. Back in here, bring 7 right here. Position button 7 as you want. Now let's do one for button 8. Change that to 8. Then I will enhance it all as I go along. 9. Then we want one for 4. 5. 6. I will want one for plus minus. Oh no, for plus, not plus minus. So we can just call that addition or plus, whatever. Plus. Now the next numbers, that would be 1, 1, 2. Button number 3. Then we want to take care of subtraction. So this will be for sub there. Then we need to take care of 0. Right click, decimal or the dot. Let's put the dot in there. Now let's take care of the equals. Equals is taken care of. Now let's take care of the division sign. We also need to take care of the multiplication sign, the mults. There we go. All right. I think I should have all my buttons now. This one is 7, so let's grab all of but 8. Dump it right there. That's 8. So double click on 8 and change that to 8. That is 8. You can just double click on 9, change that to 9. 6. 5. Change that to 5. 4. Be the same thing. 3. 2. 1. 0. Now subtract. Double click on the finger right there that is showing. Subtract. There. Done. Plus, that is the addition. So let's change that to add. The multiplication sign. Done. equals sign, done. Then the full stop or the dots. There we go. Then we have division. Now let's see here. What do we have? Okay, that's correct. That is correct. Backspace is there. All right, that's it. All done. So I'm going to go back to my stage there. So all I just need now is to drag the buttons in since it's all taken care of. We have 9. Okay, we have the plus. Bring the plus sign in. Then we have 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to have subtraction here now. Subtract. Then we have 1. 1 here. 2, 3. We have, okay, we need multiplication sign there. Then we need 0 underneath here. 0. Then the dot. Then we'll as the decimal. Then equals and division. That's it. So what I'm just going to do now is just to arrange it all properly. And I'll get back to you guys once I finish arranging it all properly. Okay, all done. Now let's run it and you see how that looks like. This is how it's looking with everywhere white. I think maybe I should just put a black background here for this text. Okay, but before that, yeah, let's put a black background there. So I'm going to come in here and just draw a black background here. Make this maybe about 90 and see. All right, yeah, that'll do. I'll just bring this in. That is fine. Maybe change this to about 75. Okay, guys, that's how my whole interface looks now. So I'm going to exit out. Now, the other thing is, remember the text box was given a name. So each of the button must be given a name. So this one here, the backspace, I'm going to call that BTN BS. Then this clear entry BTN, that will be known as CE. Then the clear is going to be BTNC. You must give them all a name, else you won't be able to address it with the codes. So that's PM. Then here that's BTN7. That's 7 there. BTN8. BTN9. BTN plus. BTN4. BTN5. BTN6. And BTN sub. Then BTN1. BTN2. BTN3. BTN multiply or mult there. BTN 0 O. BTN dot and BTN equals BTN divide. There we go, guys. They all have their own respective variable names. So to insert your variable names, make sure you select the properties object and make sure the object is selected. Then you can just give them a name. Okay, guys. So let's do some coding. So I'm going to go back to the timeline. You see every single components that I have here, they are all on this timeline here. Okay. So if you like, you can change the name. I'm just gonna leave it as maybe just type in objects there. All right. So the next thing is I'm gonna add a line. Add a new layer. Sorry. Click on a new layer, and this layer, that's where I will add my action script. Okay. I just change the name to action. So on frame number 1 of the action, right click on it and select action. But before that, I need to select a button. So I'm going to select, let's select this, okay, the backspace. We might as well take care of that as well. Right click and just select action. Code snippet, you can see the symbol there. Click on that very symbol and this dialog pops up. So what you want is, you see where we have action script, drop it down. We want to select event handlers, this very one here, event handlers. Drop it down, and the event that we're looking for is mouse click event. Event handler, and double click on that. There we go. Look at that. So it's created the event for me. Look at the name of the button, btn bs. Okay, and that is the other name that is using to call the function. But I'm just going to change that name because I don't like that. I'm going to change it to BT. No, that's a BS. Okay, BS. And here, that's for backspace. Change this one to BS. BS as well. BS mouse handler or whatever. Okay, that's fine. BS mouse handler. All right. And get rid of all of these. Okay, I'm going to get rid of them. I don't need them. And here I'm going to get rid of all the comments there as well. Okay. Now, before I write any other codes, one thing I want to do is to declare the following variable. The first one is going to be for I'm going to just call that first num. And first number, I would say, is going to be as a column number. And that will be equals the value in there, let's say 0 for now. There. Now we'll repeat the same thing for second number. So let's copy this, paste, and just change it to second. Okay, same data type number. Then the next one is going to be string. So I'll call that OP. That's operator string. And string in this case is going to have nothing in there. Equals nothing. There. And finally, I'm going to need one more. I'll call that results. Yeah, I can just paste that in here. Results. Okay. Result is going to be, or it's also, data type is number. That is result of calculation. Right. Let's go back into backspace. So right inside the backspace here. Now what I want to do is use an if statement there. So let's say if txt display, yeah, dot text dot length, if it's less than 0. Okay, let's enter a curly braces here or statement block. If it's less than 0, then txt display will be equals txt display. Oops, undo that. This is what I wanted to copy, txt display. Yeah, and that is equals txt display dot substring. Right, so the substring there is going to be 0, comma, txt display dot length, and we then minus it. I will say -1. All right. Okay, that is taken care of. Else, if there's no value in there, I'm going to use else if for that. Else if, if is empty, so get rid of all of these. If it's 0, okay, if it is 0, then I want the display to become 0. So I'm going to grab all of this. Let's paste it right here. Let's enter semicolon, and that takes care of that. Okay. Oh, this one should have been, if it's nothing, yeah. All right, then change the value to 0. Okay, that is fine. Now, you now want to create that of the, maybe the buttons, the plus, and so on. Okay, let's take care of maybe button 7. Then I can then copy and paste the rest. I'm going to just move this down. Let's select button 7. It's fine room. Okay. Now select button 7. Make sure it is selected. Okay. Once you select button 7, come straight to the code snippet here. Action. Action. And here we want the event. And that's it. Mouse click there. Button 7 is selected. So I'm going to get rid of all of these comment as well. And that's button 7 selected. So I'm going to change the name to BTN7. Yeah, BTN7 underscore click. Yeah, BTN7 underscore click. And do the same thing for this. Get rid of these two here. And this one, so they can both have the same name. Alright, that is fine. I'll get rid of all of these here. Okay, as for button 7, so as for button 7, let's use an if statement again. If, grab hold of all of this and dump it here. If the value in there is 0, then we enter statement block here. Then the results, remember the result up here. Copy paste that, dump it here. Result in this case is going to be equals 7. Okay, then the display will be equals, because we need to convert that to string character. So display txt display, that is going to be equals results dot to string, enter parentheses, and there we go. Okay, else, let's enter statement block again. Else, let's do this so that you guys can see that. One display, this one, copy, paste it there, equals txt display plus 7. Put that in a bracket, plus 7. And there. Now we get rid of one of these. Okay, so that takes care of that. Okay, so let's try this out. I'm going to just exit out. Let's run. There. There we go. The 7 is working. Now, backspace. There we go. Oh, it's now changing. I expect to see 0 in there. So let's go back to the code. I think I may have. Oh, look at this. Take that off. There should be one single equals here. Alright, run it one more time and see. 7, 7. There, that's fine. Okay, so that's working now. If you guys look in there, there's 2 action in there. So I'm gonna just delete one because when I created the first one, it's not recognized. Alright, right click on my action script. Now, 7 is there. The rest is easy. Copy, paste, drop, and change the numbers around. So the next one, I've copied that, paste. Remember the name is BTN 8 and change this one to 8 as well. This is to 8. Value here is 8. Here it's 8. Yeah, that's one is taken care of. Run. 8, 7. There we go. You see that? That is fine. So we're gonna repeat the same thing for all the other numeric buttons. So we've done 8, go back down. There, that'll be 9. Okay, guys. I suppose you guys are following along. Right, there. 9 is taken care of. Paste. Next one is going to be 4. And 4 here as well. 1 meter. Next is 3. No, 5. 5 there. Right, it's looking good. Okay, so if you actually know what to do now, you can always speed along or just speed it along. So the next one is going to be 6. Enter 6 in there. 6 here as well. Then we have 1, 2, and 3. 1, 1 here. Okay. Alright, I think it's all done though. This one should be 3. And this one here is 2. That's the problem when you copy, you need to be careful. This is 1. Right. Then let's take care of 0. 0. Okay. And this is 0 here. 0 here. Alright, I think it's all done. Let's run it now. Run. 7, 8, 9, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 0. That's good. The numbers are working. Okay, guys, so that's fine. Now let's take care of 1, 2. Alright, I'm going to select clear entry, the 01. With the clear entry, so you make sure the clear entry button is selected, and let's go to the code snippet here. Just click on that select action. Inside the action, we want to select event handler on mouse click. There we go. Look at that. Let's come in here. Now I'm just going to get rid of all of these. Okay, let's get rid of them. Let me bring it nearer to these other ones. So that's my clear entry there. I'm going to delete the content I have in here. Let's move this one here. So I want the name to be consistent. So that's going to be CE underscore mouse click. Get rid of these three. Do the same thing here. CE. There we go. And in here, I'm going to start by first of all saying display equals 0 there. Okay, that should be one single equals. And you enter semicolon there. Then the next thing is right underneath here. It's quite easy. You just say my variable, let's say f dot string, column string, and that is going to be equals nothing. I repeat exactly the same thing for the other one. So I'm going to copy this, paste it right here, and that is going to be S, stand for second number. And that's all. That takes care of clear entry. Okay, let's take care of clear. So we delete that space in between. I'm just going to copy this and paste it right underneath here and change the details around. So that's going to be btnc, and here it will be c underscore mouse, and this one is c underscore mouse. The btnc, that's the name of the button, remember that. Now I'm going to start by entering the result here and just give the result a value of 0. Let's copy that, or maybe copy all of this. Just paste that in here. Paste that in here. Undo. Copy this. And paste it right here. And paste it right underneath here. So the result is 0 and the hex is 0. So that is fine. That takes care of the clear. So let's run it and see. Enter some value in there. Clear. There we go. Clear. Clear is working. Very good. So if I run it one more time, I need to now take care of this, all of this, and up to this. So get rid of that. Let's take care of the plus minus. I'm going to copy all of this. Remember the name of the plus minus is called PM. So let's put PM here, uppercase. Do the same thing here, PM, and PM here as well. So with the plus minus, I'm going to use an if statement. So if, put that in a bracket. If the text content in here is txt display dot text dot char, the char is at 0, and is equals to minus, use a curly braces in here. Let me get rid of all of this. Our statement block is called. Now in there, and I want to display the text. So let's say txt equals, copy that, paste it right here, equals txt display dot sub text. The sub string, so that would be 1 in there, and semicolon out here. Else if So else if it's not equals that, so grab the all of this. Else if display is not equals 0, and display dot length length is less than 0. In that case, txt display paste equals minus plus txt display. Now semicolon. And that should take care of that. Okay, I'm going to try it out now. Oh, I have an error. It's telling me I have there's a semicolon somewhere. Alright. Oh, if there's an open bracket here instead of closed bracket, I have that. And might as well just check properly what is why or what else have I done wrong. Let's see. Okay, let's try it out again. It should let me know. And here is telling me there's a string type somewhere. Okay, right here. That should be the 0 should be in the quotes. Yeah. Alright, let's run it one more time. There we go. Alright, plus minus. Very good. Plus minus works. There. Now clear. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to take care, since I've taken care of plus minus, let's take care of all these arithmetic operators. So if I take care of one, I can just copy and paste the rest. Then we'll come and take care of these two guys here. Right. So is the addition I want to take care of. So I'm going to copy this, or I call it the plus. So let's paste that I've just copied now underneath here. Paste. I'll change the name. This one is called plus. Yeah, it is called plus. So I'm going to change all of this to plus as well. So change this to plus. We have a plus here as well. There we go. So all we then need to say in here is if the operator, you guys remember the operator that was declared here, OP. Okay, if the operator, if the value in there is the plus sign, OP, if it's equals the plus sign, there we go. Then the first number itself changes to first number, the variable first number. The variable first number is also right up here. That's it. Bring it down. So first number is going to be, let's ask it to pass int. And what are we passing? Passing whatever we have inside display. Txt display computer. Paste it right in here. Semicolon here. There. And finally, we also need to clear this. That is that taken care of. This should be an E. Now, to take care of the subtract, I'm just going to copy all of this. Paste. This will be for the sub. And this is sub. That's sub here. Then here changes to subtract. There we go. Done. And now let's take care of the multiply. I'm gonna call that mul. Yeah, let's change this name as well. And just change this to the multiplication sign. Then finally division. Paste and change this sign to division sign and the name. There we go. Division sign here. Division name. Division here. There. So all of the four operators are taken care of. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. That is good. Run it. Oh, I have an error somewhere. Double click on that to find the error. Okay, that is wrong. So I was meant to say first noun, that would be an integer. This integer should be uppercase I. Yeah, all right. Let's repeat the same thing for the others. I have it as lowercase. Okay then, run it one more time. There we go, that's fine. So if I say 8 plus 9, now we need the equals to work. Alright, so that is working fine. Divide by 3, multiply by whatever, minus 9, that's fine. Okay. Now, let's take care of equals. My equals does, I think I do have an S there. Let's kind of like check the name. There we go, with an S. Very good. Okay, I need my codes. Copy and right click. There we go. So underneath here, paste. So equals, changes to equals. And change the value in here. Change the name to equals and this one to equals as well. There we go. So with that taken care of, I'm going to say second num. Get rid of this. Second number, that will be equals. Now whatever you have in here is going to be stored in here. But the thing is, it might be a float or whatever. So I'm going to change this to pass as float. Yeah. And what am I passing as float? Whatever I have in here, store it in here. So using an if statement again. So let's say if OP equals the plus sign. In that case, results. That's equals first num plus second number. There. That's the very first one taken care of. I want the result to be displayed right underneath here. So I can just say result here. Okay, so let's say results dot to string. There we go. So the first one is taken care of. So you can just try it out if you want. Plus 9 plus 99. There we go. That's the answer. So let's just copy it for the others. So in here now, I'm now going to use else if statements. I'll pull up this else if the sign is subtract, this becomes subtract as well. Okay, that's done. So the next one is going to be multiply. There we go. Multiply. There's the multi sign there. And here's one multiplication sign. And division now. Division. There we go. Alright, that's good. Let's run it and see. Multiply by 3 divided by 8. Multiply by 4. Well, let's see. I think the multiplication, let's see, I might have done something wrong with the multiplication. If this equals this, yeah. Okay, let's try that again. 5 multiplied by 6. Yeah, it's working. Okay, multiply by 3. Yeah, it is working. Right. So, finally, let's take care of the decimal. Okay, I might as well copy this. That was known as dots. Just paste that right here. That is known as BTN dot. Let's put a dot in the others. And here as well. There we go. Okay, with the dots, so what we just need to say is if whatever we have in here, so get rid of this. So using an if statement, if txt display dot text dot index of is dot, okay, and is equals -1. In that case, we want txt display to append as follows. So txt display dot append text, and what that text is going to be dot there, and that's done. Let's put this in there, the quote and the other one here. Okay guys, well, let's get rid of this and try it out. So I'm going to run that and see. 32.5, let's say multiply by 2. There we go. When you look at it, let's see. Let's clear this. Okay, the answer should have been 65. So let's go do some corrections. So I'm going to exit out. Okay, you see my variables here. I'm going to make that equals 0.0 and just repeat the same thing for second and yeah. Okay, I'm also going to take care of the arithmetic operators. I think I enter instead of float, I think I entered int. Look at it. So change that to pass is float, and here change that to float as well. Float in here, and one more float. there. Okay, that is fine. I think it should work now. Let's run it. Run. 32.5 multiplied by 2. There we go, guys. Look at that. Click. Okay. 0.8, multiply that by 13. There we go. So with that, guys, I will call it the end of this brilliant tutorial of a calculator developed using Adobe Animate. Okay, guys, before you go, remember to save your files. So I'm going to come in here and let's just say save files. And I will call it calculator 3. There we go. Hit and save. Run it again and multiply by 13 there. So with that, I'm going to say bye for now. You all have a nice day now. Thanks for watching.